trigonometric ratios of special angles 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90 degrees. So, dito po sa activity na to, we are going to use hand tricks. We are going to use these fingers for us to find the values of sine, cosine, and tangent of the special angles. So, para po sa sine, we are going to use square root of then over 2. We are going to use this for sine. And inside this square root sign, we are going to count the fingers below the angle. So, this is the hand trick. 0 po ito, 30, 45, 60, then we have 90. So, para mahanap si sine 0, since dito po si 0, we are going to count the number of fingers below. So, meron po bang finger below? So, if there is none, then 0. We are going to simplify this. Square root of 0 all over 2 is 0. So, ang sine 0 degrees po ay 0. Next, how about sine 30 degrees? So, again, in our hand, let's see where is 30 degrees. So, 0, 30, close this. How many fingers do we have below? So, we have only 1. So, inside the square root sign, we are going to put 1 all over 2. Can we still simplify this? Yes. So, we have the square root of 1 is 1 all over 2. And the final answer is 1/2. So, sine 30 is 1/2. Next, how about sine 45? 0, 30, 45. So, close this. How many fingers do we have below? 1, 2. So, yan po yung lalagay natin sa loob ng square root sign all over 2. So, 1, 2. Yan po yung sine 45. Is this the final answer? Yes. Kasi hindi na po yan masisimplify. Sine 45 is square root of 2 all over 2. Next, sine 60. 0, 30, 45, 60. Close. How many fingers below? 1, 2, 3. So, square root of 3 all over 2. Can we still simplify this? No. So, we have the final answer is square root of 3 all over 2. And last, for sine 90 degrees, we have here 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Close this. How many fingers below? We have 4. So, we have square root of 4 all over 2. Can we still simplify this? Yes. So, we have the square root of 4 is 2 all over 2 or 1. So, the answer for sine 90 is 1. Next, how about cosine? So, for cosine, we are going to use again the square root sign all over 2. But this time, we are going to count the numbers of fingers above. So, we have cosine 0 degrees, 0, 30, 45, 60, 90 pa rin po yan. So, we have here 0, close this. How many numbers of fingers do we have above? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we have square root of 4 all over 2. If we are going to simplify this, square root of 4 is 2 all over 2 or 1. So, cosine 0 is 1. Next, cosine 30. So, we have here 0, 30, close. And we have how many fingers above? 1, 2, 3. So, square root of 3 all over 2. And this is the final answer. Next, cosine 45. 0, 30, 45, close. 1, 2. So, we have square root of 2 all over 2. And this is the final answer. Next, cosine 60 degrees. 0, 30, 45, 60. Close. we have only one finger left. That is square root of 1 all over 2. Or, what is square root of 1? That is 1. And we have 2 on the denominator, or we have 1/2. So, this is cosine 60 degrees. And last is we have cosine 90. So, 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Close the fingers. How many fingers left? None. So, we have the square root of 0 all over 2 or 0. Okay, so what can you observe now on the value of sine and cosine? Okay, so pag nakuha na po natin yung sine 0 degrees, 30, 45, 60, 90, meron na po tayong value ng cosine. So, gagawin lang natin, kopyahin natin si square root of 2 over 2 kasi pareho lang si sine 45 at cosine 45. And we are going to have the reverse. So, for cosine 90, yan po ay kapareho ni sine 0. So, that is the same. And we have also cosine 0 is 1, which is the same with sine 90, which is 1. Again, we have also sine 30, which is 1/2, the same with cosine 60, which is 1/2. We have also cosine 30, which is square root of 3 all over 2, the same with sine 60, which is square root of 3 all over 2, as simple as that. Now, let's go for tangent. So, tangent naman is the ratio of sine and cosine. So, we are going to get the square root of the numbers of fingers below and numbers of fingers above. So, merong square root sign sa numerator at denominator. Para makuha po natin yung value ng tangent, yan po yung gagawin. So for tangent 0 degrees, ito po. So, this is 0. Let's count the number of fingers below. So, this will be 0 all over square root of how many numbers of fingers above? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if we are going to simplify this is 0. So, tangent 0 degrees is 0. Next, how about tangent 30? So, let's have 30. Ito po yung 30 natin, close. So, inside the square root sign is 1. And for the denominator, we are going to get the number of fingers above. So, we have 1, 2, 3. If we are going to simplify this, we have 1 square root of 3. But we cannot have a rational sign below, so we need to rationalize. Multiply it with square root of 3 all over 3. Or square root of 3 all over square root of 3. Now, we are going to get the value of square root of 3 over 3. So, yan po yung tangent 30 degrees. Next is tangent 45. So, we have square root of how many fingers below? Dalawa. How many numbers of fingers above? Dalawa din. So, this is square root of 2. So, square root of 2 all over square root of 2 is the same as 1. So, tangent 45 is 1. Next, tangent 60. So, we have, this is 60 of the numbers of fingers below, 1, 2, 3. And we have numbers of fingers above left is 1. So, simplify, we have now square root of 3 all over, what is the square root of 1? That is 1. Or, square root of 3. So, this is tangent 60 degrees. Last, we have 90. Tangent 90 is, we are going to get the number of fingers below, 4. And we have, how many numbers of fingers do we have above? None. So, that is 0. So, this is square root of 4 all over square root of 0 is undefined. So, ngayon, we have now tangent 90 is undefined. So, that is how we get the values of the special angles in the the trigonometric ratios.